Now, I'm just telling you now, that man Hudson, he creepy. He's a creepy little bastard, okay? He is a creepy little bastard. But before we get into all that, hi, hello, welcome to the channel. It's Ranting with Ricardo. We are here to talk about Sistas. It's a recap review because it's my channel. I can do what I want over here. Yes. On Sundays, we do game night afternoon now. It used to, well, not game night afternoon, game afternoon. It used to be game night on Wednesdays, but now it's game afternoon on Sundays at 1:15. This week, we're doing the Parkers for trivia and some type of bingo. I'll figure it out later, but show up for that 1:15 Central Standard Time, which is 2:15 Eastern, and I think it's like 10, maybe 10 or 11. It might be 11:15 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time. Any other, I don't know, no other ones, okay? But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. Whether you like me or not, we love a paying troll. And when I say a paying troll, I mean you need to be subscribed to be over here trolling. But don't get crazy in them comments, because I will delete the comments and I will block, okay? This is a safe space for everybody. And don't forget to hit those links in the description box down below. But let's get into it. Hudson's crazy. Not gonna lie to y'all, gonna keep it honest, just gonna keep it real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That man crazy. So the episode opens up with him questioning Andy about what she doing down to the hospital. And she was like, I just want to see if Gary's okay. And he's very much giving, you don't love him, you don't care about him, you just want to make sure the job got done. Who'd you hire to do it? Because she was like, I didn't do nothing to this man. Well, who did you hire to do it? And I'm just like, it's giving you're his lover or you're in love with him, because you're doing a little too much. You got a little too much dip on your chip. How we don't know that you did it? You getting on my motherfucking nerves. Maybe you was the guy in the black who went into the room and put the, poo in the IV. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was Aaron. Maybe it was Jasmine. Maybe it was Penelope. I don't know, and I don't care at this point, but you're going to stop talking to that woman like that, okay? Get your life, get it in order, have several seats, and figure out why your hair is greasy and why you look strung out. So she threatens to file a restraining order against him because at this point, she finds out that he has been watching her for a very long time. He has been doing surveillance on her for a very long time. He's been watching her through that telescope and Crazy Gary's office. Yeah, he crazy, and so is Gary. So after, she tries to walk into Gary's room, he gets physical with her and grabs her and yokes her up. And it's just like, oh my God, don't do that. Don't do that. And we find out that he has Gary's power of attorney and he's not going to let her see him. But then he changes his mind. And I feel like you trying to set my good girlfriend up, even though my good sis be getting on my damn nerves. You trying to set her up. You trying to set her up. Trying to set a bitch up. He's trying to set a bitch up. He's trying to set her up to take the fall for whatever is about to happen to Gary. I don't like it. I don't trust it. Get him the fuck up out of here, okay? So she goes in the room and she's just remembering all the good times her and Gary had and how much she really loved him. And she's letting her guard down and she's crying and she's like, oh, remember this? It feels like the first time we met when I kissed you and I told you I loved you, and still, okay, even though we're grown and married with kids and we still talk on the phone at hours every day. Okay, shout out to Tamia. That's a good ass song. And after she shed a few tears, that fuck nigga Gary wakes up. But then has a little mishap. We all know somebody put something in the IV. So that man about to have another heart attack or he about to be in a coma. Either way, get Gary the fuck up out of here, okay? Prison sounds nice. Now, Robin, you know I like you. Okay, you know I love me some Robin. But you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing what? You're doing too much. You're sending messages and voicemails telling I miss you. Baby, are you doing too much? Robin, you're doing too much. You're getting on my nerves, Robin. I don't like when you get on my nerves, Robin. You know how I feel about you, Robin. What are you doing? Okay, child, Robin is wilding. He asking Fatima who she on the phone with. Why you questioning who she on the phone with? Okay, I was about to say you ain't the boss of her, but technically speaking, you are the boss at work, so you could be like, no personal phone calls on a job, but don't go no further. And Fatima tells him, I was calling Andy, okay? I was calling Andy. I'm telling you the truth. And she was like, I can't trust you. I can't trust you. Even though you and Andy had a previous relationship, I can't trust you. And I was like, girl, that's right. We don't trust nobody. And she wants to know, why are you conveniently here? At the same time, Gary's in the hospital. And he said he is not here for Andy. He is here to make sure the firm is running smoothly. And she then questions him about, I was like, okay, you know what? That might be true. He might have just came here to make sure his firm is running smoothly after old boy had a heart attack and died after he was yelling at Andy and trying to make sure everything goes okay, especially with Andy about to go down for murder, even though she didn't do it. But why you give Hayden her case, all her stuff? And, Robin was like, yeah, he's your new boss. And it's to keep him honest and work. But I want you to keep an eye on him because it's keep your enemies close. Keep your enemies closer, okay? Keep them so close, tight to the vest that it's just like, bitch, I'm watching you. Try me if you want to. And it's just like, oh, you don't know the type of situation you putting our good sis in. Because she really want to put hands on him. So the first meeting they have, Hayden is spewing off how he can't wait for Andy to go to jail. And he gonna fire Fatima. And, Zach shows up and he's bringing her some lunch. And this is when Hayden delivers the news that he's Fatima's boss. And he threatens to have Zach thrown out. And Zach tries to get at him. But, he has to run out the office. And Fatima and Zach are alone there talking. And she was like, could Robin have been behind, Gary being stabbed in the heart? Could he have been? And you're just like, possibly. Also, Zach, stop eating her sandwich because you got to stop eating. It's making her nauseous. And it's like, okay, so finally we're getting into the aspect of Fatima is pregnant over here on Sistas. So what I'm getting at and what it's giving is that Zatima and Sistas is like the timelines are they're not concurrent yet, but they're kind of running on the same course just a little bit, but they're not concurrent. Ooh, now Tony pulls up on Danny once again, making another mistake, thinking he know better than her, and he tells her about this program that could get her promotion at work, and she's like, I'm good. I'm not trying to do extra work for free. And she's like, basically, after all this time that you've known me, why would you think this is a surprise I want? And he's just like, I want you to advance your career, especially since, Karen and Sabrina and Andy are all advancing. And she's like, I don't want to advance my career, especially not here. And, he's trying to help and everything, but it's coming across judgmental. And it's just like, Danny is okay where she's at. She does not want to advance a career that is here working at the airport. If she was to advance her career anything where it would be doing something with the degree she has. And Danny feels patronized at this point. And it starts to create a scene. And Danny says, you know what? Go to Italy to lead your kids instead of trying to lead me, okay? And he offers to have her removed from the leadership training program. But then, the optics wouldn't be good. Because it wouldn't. You had her put in and then you have her removed. And it's just like, yeah, what are you doing? Because this spot could have went to somebody else. So she's going to do it. But she lets him know in the future, don't make decisions about her life. You don't need to be making no type of decisions about her life whatsoever. And if you try to make a decision about her life, go ahead and let her know what those decisions are, what the options are, so she can make those decisions. And then, y'all figure it out that way. But don't go getting above yourself or putting a little too much dip on your chip and making decisions for the collective when the collective didn't ask you to make those decisions for them. Because you think you know what's good for everyone. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Present the options. See if she wants to do it. Don't just go making them for her. He gonna find himself without a woman soon if he keep doing this. I'm just gonna say this. This relationship isn't working, but Preston ain't coming back to Danny. I'm just gonna say that now. Now Maurice is back. This is his first time this season being back, and him and Sabrina are down at the bank, and he don't feel bad about Gary being in the hospital. I was like, I don't feel bad about Gary being in the hospital. Nobody should feel bad about Gary being in the hospital. Put that motherfucker in a coma and be done. Okay? Now, that, Alabaster Demon that Sabrina had beef with, who Sabrina got the job over her. She returns and she shows up to the bank, but Maurice don't want to smoke with her, and she questions if it was Sabrina's gay minion Maurice who called corporate and said that she was taking back shots at work. Listen, Paige threatened to sue the company for firing her without evidence, and she was giving her job back. But Sabrina wasn't having it. She wants to see proof that, Paige has a job back before you come up in here. Okay, we're not about to have no type of mishaps. We're not about to get me fired out of my job. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna work. I need to see some paperwork. Sabrina done is tired. And it's not even about Paige. She tired of the investigation. She tired of the girls. And everyone else first before herself. And she tired of shrinking and swallowing her words. So at this point, she about to boss up on everybody. And I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? And the first thing you need to boss up on is your wardrobe. They need to stop putting you in all these auntie outfits. You're not even an auntie yet. She tired of people taking stuff from her. She tired of playing a side character in her own life. She wants to know when is it her time to have good karma. And, Maurice gives her some, wise words and of encouragement and reminds her that she has main character energy. Okay, you have main character energy. You just gotta be unapologetic with that shit and be like, I don't give a fuck about nobody else and their feelings right now. Just about me and what I want and what I need and what's gonna better myself and what's gonna be good for my physical health, my mental health, and my entire well-being. And if y'all want to be on this ride with me as I'm being the main character in my own story, that's great. But just know this, you won't be the main character in my story. Sabrina, you just need to do that. Let everybody know that they are no longer the main characters in your story. You're the main character in your own story. And then finally, Karen and Pam is in hot water because some lady talking about, as they down there talking about the Roots to Riches business plan and trying to put it together. Some lady coming there complaining how Roots to Riches messed up her hair, but I feel like that whole can't be trusted. I feel like she trying to sue. I feel like she trying to sue and she trying to make a come up. And yes, Paige was giving caucasity this episode. Yes, she was. She was. But with that being said, that's about it for this. That is, where's Aaron? He been gone way too long, which gives me, he's the person over here trying to take Gary out. That's all I'm saying. That's all it's given to me. Maybe he got upset that, Gary ruined the baby shower for one half of his babies. Maybe that's what the situation was. I don't know. Hudson is getting on my nerve. Hayden is getting on my nerve. His ex-wife is getting on my nerves. Hudson getting on my nerves. I said it before. I'll say it again. I think he's obsessed with Gary. I think he had a little taste and wants it again. Or maybe he's in love with that man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Okay, I don't. It's never going to make sense to me why he's obsessed with Gary the way he is. Gary not even that, he don't give off that aura you need to be obsessed with this man. He's crazy. But you know what? I always say there's somebody for everybody. You just have to understand and figure out who your person is. And if somebody rejects you, you have to understand they just wasn't for you. And maybe that's what Hudson is going through now. But with that being said, Fatima is definitely pregnant, and we're starting to get a matchup with the Zatima and Sistas storylines. I can feel it in my spirit. But with that being said, don't forget to check out Game Night this I'm gonna have to get it together. Game afternoon this Sunday. The Parkers and Labango. And, be looking out for the next things I have coming up on the channel. We do have General Hospital recaps, Potomac recaps, which, is not what it used to be. It ain't giving what it's supposed to give, but we're getting there somewhat. And I do talk about wrestling, and we're going to get into more TV shows. And I have something coming up with, talking about some more wrestling stuff as it pertains to the women and what I would like to see for them. But also, what y'all think about me revisiting Bad Girls Club from the very first season? Maybe we could do watch-alongs if y'all want to do that. Let me know. And with that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have any more to give y'all. I'll see y'all for the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people, and hit those links in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.